It's not. There we go.
There we go. Good morning, everyone. We get more and more challenges as we go forward with this new technology, but it looks like we made it. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning,
Sam.
So there is as I say almost every day, there is so much going on, so much happening that it is getting exciting, to say the least. Oh my goodness. Now we're talking about, oh gosh, what's his name? Waltz gonna maybe retire before he gets impeached. Holy smokes. Alex, you sent me that new video of Nick Shirley going around with the transportation services in Minnesota. Holy smokes. You guys, I'm telling you, buckle up. Make sure you have your tray tables and your seat backs and they're up and locked position because we are taking off. It is so exciting.
With regards to that, Data Republican reposted Walter Kurt did a nice write-up on the Somali scenario in that state. And according to reports over 2 years, there has been more than $700 million moved through the airport. Now, to put that in perspective, if that was all $100 bills, you're talking about 7 metric tons of cash.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
How do you, if you walk through TSA with more than like a few thousand, like, what's that money for? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that money? Like
10,000 is the limit on that.
But 700 million, 7.7 metric tons of paper.
Money speaks. Money speaks.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes. I'm just saying, buckle up, baby, because it's coming. All right, well, let's say some good mornings here. Allie Mae, the first in line. Good morning, Allie Mae. Towie Bixby, our cheerleader, is here. Charlie, good morning, Charlie. PJ Party Peggy's here. She said 10K in 10 minutes. Ready, go. I don't know where we at. Oh, wow, we're only at 3,700. How many minutes have we been on? Oh, we're at 3 minutes. We should be good.
Yeah.
Keep it up, though, everybody. Joy, good morning, Joy. GG20 is here. Valerie James, good morning, Valerie. Rick Sr., D, Red Rosie, holy cannoli. Lisa, Maria, good morning, dear. Glad you are here. 9081, do it, Trump. Insurrection law. Yes, it's coming. It's coming. I actually think it's already happened, but the replay's coming. CG is here. Good morning, CG. Tanya Moonsheiber, Cindy Hayden, 59. Mary Lise Brown, holy smokes. Wildlife fan, King's Girl, 1974. Oh, my goodness. Gary Murphy is here. Kathleen Garcia, Pure Blood Holly Johns. Good morning, Holly. Native San Diegan. Special K 765 is here. George Loftus, good morning. Jan Levin being grandma said, good, beautiful morning, gentlemen, and all this wonderful family. How sweet. Good morning, Jan. I Speak 1717 said, next on deck, Insurrection Act in Minnesota. Isn't that the truth? Lace and Steel is here. Good morning, Lace. Oh, let's see. You guys are cracking me up in the chat. Mark Matson. Good morning, Mark. Wendy J is here as well. Holy smokes. Oh, let's see here. Oh, boy, that's really weird. That's kind of doing a funky deal on the well, anyway, what's that?
11K.
Oh, wonderful. You guys are awesome. Incredible. Let's see. Tim Shaw 707, Beverly Howard, PM Hughes, Benji 1959. Big Ben is here. Marianne Thompson. Good morning, all. Welcome in. Paco just showed up. Hey, Paco. Rose and Leaf said, morning at the real Alex. Well, look who it is. Grow Kind Hair Lush. Cheryl is here this morning as well. And we may be having Cheryl on as a guest in the very near future, everyone, so keep an eye out for that. Sherry from East Tennessee is here. Christy B78. Jeffrey. Eric Donahue is here as well, or Donahue, I guess is probably the pronunciation. Sue B27 is here. Good morning, Sue B. Jess Perry 16 said, there's 10K. You guys are awesome. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's see. Oh, man, we got everybody piling in today. Extreme Diecast is here. Magic is here. Kings Girl 1974. Oh, Q17 is here as well. Tire Man just showed up. Wow, look at you guys. Diva 53. Holy moly.
Top crop.
What's that? Is Top Crop here? Oh, yeah. Good morning, Seth. Glad you made it, brother. Let's see. Who do we have over here? David Morales is here over on YouTube. Kathleen Paschke on Facebook. Good morning, all. Earl Shannon. Earl Shannon said, good morning, guys, from icy hot Minnesota. Exactly. Let's see. Hitesh said, Sam, you're not live on TikTok? Yes, we are live on TikTok. Then there's plenty of people in there, so I don't know why you're not seeing it, Hits, but yes, we are live on TikTok.
We've also got Dave Murr over on Rumble. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Dave. Let's see here. Andrea Lynn 81 is here. Good morning. Holy dog lover. There she is. Charlie said it's cooling off in Montana. Ooh. Well, I'm assuming that you're going to get some snow over there, I would think.
It's probably going to be too cold. Probably going to be too cold to snow.
It's exactly. Exactly. Squiggly 77. Melissa Flinner is here. Ocean Girl as well. Good morning, everyone. And hey, everybody, if you're on TikTok and on the chat or on any platform and I miss your comment, the chat moves really fast when we have this many people. So if it's important, put it in again. I'm not ignoring anyone specifically. I'm just trying to keep up here. Trigger just showed up. Hey, Trigger. Tina Kelly. Good morning, Tina. Holy smokes. Baby Girl said, good morning, guys. Good morning, Baby Girl. Yeah, no, everybody, I see all these questions in the chat. James has some things that he's taking care of right now. He will not be joining us today. But, yeah, just to want everybody to be aware of that. Benji said, where? I don't know where he is, but he's not here. All right, well, let's see here. Alex, what about some indices this morning?
Yeah, real quick, house cleaning, everybody, the heart me's on TikTok. If you're on the other platforms, just click the thumbs up or like button or whatever. You know, we're learning this algorithm thing. So we appreciate everybody being here. Welcome in on this fine January 15th, halfway through the month already into 2026. Looking at the crypto indices, kind of a mixed bag of tricks right now. Up 0.7%, Bitcoin sitting at 96,380. Ethereum up 0.6% at 33.15. XRP down 0.1% at 209. Everything's kind of been up and down the last few days across the board. Cardano down 0.9 at 39 cents. And where was the other one? There it is. Stellar Lumen currently down 0.1% at 22 cents. Flipping over to commodities, looking good. Gas and crude oil, you see, sitting at $58. That's down $3. And gold and silver, they're down today, but they're still way up for the week. Gold sitting at $4,609. Silver sitting at $91.48. And my windows. Look, I'm pulling a Sam here.
Hey.
All right, let's go over to the
rubbing off on you.
Where's the markets? I lost the market. Well, do we really care about the markets anyway?
Well, if I had 100 different tabs open, I'd probably be lost too.
Well, I have to make sure that Sam Shalhoub show is operating at its highest efficiency rate. Looking at the S&P 500, it's up 50 points to 6,977. The Dow is up 392 to 49,542. And the NASDAQ currently sitting up 240 points at 23,712.
Excellent. Thank you, Alex. So you guys are just cracking me up in the chat over on TikTok. Melissa Flinner said it's snowing here in Ohio and cold. It's Jess Perry 16 said it's 30 in Georgia and supposed to snow this weekend. Ooh, no thanks. I'll pass. But Nutty 81 said it's possible snow in Florida on Sunday and Monday. You've got to be kidding me. Wow, that's crazy. Now here's David. He said FYF in the chat. David is somebody who pays attention. Well, all you guys do, but now it's no longer FYP, it's FYF. Now, Seth over at Top Crop has been filling us in on the algorithms and what we're supposed to say and not say. So you're right, David. It's FYF is what we should be putting in the chat. And also, for context, this live is for educational purposes only. And when we say that, apparently the algorithm catches it and, whatever, it does lots of good things. So just so you're up on that, thank you for that, David. Good morning from Joe Lynn said, woke up to 3 inches of snow and still coming down here in Ohio. Ooh, Boogie B said, snowing in South Bend, Indiana, 1 foot and more coming. Holy smokes. Hey, Martini Time's here. Good morning, Martini Time. Matt Brock 260 said, go Broncos. How'd that get in here? Mystery Earth is, oh, wow. That just popped. That was really weird. The whole chat just went sideways on me, everybody. I completely lost my place. Wendy coming to our rescue. For context, this live is for entertainment purposes only. Jan Levin being grandma, FYF. Wendy, FYF. You guys are awesome. That is so cool. Hey, Lee just showed up. Good morning, Lee. All right, so Dave, what do we have for agriculture and farming today?
Soybean is getting a little bit back. Otherwise, corn and wheat are mixed. Corn's mixed. Wheat is soybeans are up 8 to 11. Wheat is mixed across the board. Cattle is about 0.6% up, and hogs are gaining some more back. The hog farmers are happy at 1.72. Popcorn is at 12.55 today, so that's going up. So get it while it's cheap, guys, for the next couple weeks. USDA's food pyramids really gave a boost for the dairy industry. Obviously, pushing a lot of stuff, cheeses and milks and stuff like that. So that is a positive thing for the dairy farmers because they've been getting the bottom of the barrel for sure for a long time.
Yep, exactly. So Lisa Maria said, we all pay attention. Of course you do. You guys are very well read. And she said, I think we all pay attention. My opinion, of course, but you're absolutely right. We have one of the most informed and with it audiences on the internet today. And I want to compliment all of you. It's just incredible. JP Metal Slayers here said, dry as a bone, worst air quality in the nation. Oh my goodness, not good. Mark Matson said, Peyton the sky again in Arizona. Ooh. And look who it is. It's Mr. John Gwynn just popped in. Good morning, John. Andre Lynn 81 said it's 30, but feels like 22 here in Nebraska. Looking for a little snow tomorrow. Well, better you than me, Andrea, that's for sure. I'm just not good with the whole snow thing. It's probably because I'm a, camel jockey from my descent, Lebanese and Syrian. I don't like the cold weather. I'd much rather have it hot. But just me. What's that?
California guy.
Exactly. Hey, Gen X Holtz just showed up. Hey, Gen X. Glad you can make it. Hitesh said he's unable to find us on TikTok. That's really weird, Hits, because everybody here seems to be in fine. I don't know what's going on, but at least you found us over on YouTube. All right. Well, let's see here. Let's move into some stories and see what the heck is going on today. So, according to Fox News, something big is brewing. The United States is withdrawing military personnel from major Middle Eastern bases due to heightened regional tensions. Now, in addition to that, yesterday, apparently the airspace over Iran was being cleared. Now, as of this morning, I think that they have now opened it up again. So I don't know what to make of it. Is it just posturing? President Trump saying, look out, we're coming, and then pulling back? I don't know. Alex, what do you think?
Well, there was the foreign minister, I don't remember what the title was, from Iran yesterday, interviewed by a Fox correspondent, and I just caught blurbs of it. But his explanation as to the violence that's going on there is that why is my camera just not happy today? His explanation was that terrorist cells have infiltrated the country and they're the ones doing all of the hurting of the protesters. Like, that, in what world does that make sense? it's heating up. I think when we use Dave's analogy, the spokes to the wheel, it's just one more funding source and one more leg that they're taking off the wheel.
Yeah, exactly. Dave?
Yeah, Alex, you're very ghosty today.
What's that?
Alex was very ghosty today.
Yeah, what's going on with that, Alex?
I don't know. My
That
camera
usually
is
doesn't
having
happen.
a Sam Shalhoub moment.
It's jinxing me today. Yeah, it's interesting. They're going to be moving 10,000 people out of Qatar, and there's about 40,000 troops kind of in harm's way. But Trump's not going to show his hand until it's too late for him, if that's what he chooses to do. So, like you said, it's staging. It's kind of pushing stuff across the bow, kind of warning them, and you won't know it until he's moving in on it. Kind of like Venezuela.
Exactly. Q17 said 200 plus of us in TikTok land. PJ Party said, Alex, be nice. Leave us Cali Peep B. Exactly. Wendy said, I have a friend watching the show on my account on YouTube. Oh, wonderful. They unless they put something in the chat, Wendy, I wouldn't know that they're there or your account's there. Brian said, scare tactic, I think, but what do I know? I'm just a dumb mechanic. No, you're not a dumb mechanic. You're a very astute individual.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a dumb mechanic anymore.
Yeah, no kidding. Mark Matson said, everyone needs to follow Sam and get him to 250,000 followers for his live broadcast of his tattoo. Exactly. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I committed that once I hit 250,000 followers across all platforms, I'm going to get my first tattoo. And it's going to be an American flag, and it's going to be on my left shoulder. And I'm going to probably go to either Iowa or Kansas to do it, or they're going to come here so we can live stream it. But we got a ways to go. What's that?
I ain't going to California.
Oh, you just might. Don't say that.
He's been warned. He's been warned.
Exactly.
Too many people.
Jan Levin being grandma said, Alex is AI today instead of the real Alex. That's what it is. Alex is an AI character today. That was it. Exactly.
He's much better looking today. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Oh, ouch. Ouch. Dobermom 79 just showed up. Good morning, Dobermom.
There you
Moreski Patriot said, why your left shoulder? I don't know. That's where I thought I'd get it. I don't know. Maybe I'll change it to the right shoulder. I don't know.
I thought we got to pick, too.
What's that?
I thought we got to pick where it went.
No. There was never any mention of that. I know where you'd have it. No, thanks, Dave.
Mike Tyson. It'd been Mike Tyson.
Yeah, half my face. No,
I was going more towards tramp stamp, but that.
No, that's not happening either. Tramp stamp and a earring in my left ear or right ear, whatever it is. Robert McCarskey just showed up over on YouTube. Good morning, Robert. All right, let's see here. Melissa Flinter said, I'll come and get one with you, Sam. All right, Melissa. That's what I like to hear. That's support right there. I like that. Brian Piquel said over on Facebook, said, thanks, Dave, for that comment. I was trying to be nice today. Oh, you guys crack me up. Batten Ballin said, do the right side. I don't know. We'll see where we're at. I don't know where it's going to be, but we got a long ways to go. I'm at about 100,000 followers across all platforms right now. We got a 250 or 150 to go. So let's just, we'll see where it plays out. All right, let's move on. Pam Bondi and the DOJ executed a search warrant on a reporter from the Washington Post for leaking classified information. Now, we've been waiting for the perp walks. We've been waiting for the arrest. Dave, what do you make of this?
Well, it's another thing to get the media in line. Obviously, as this a leak, it threatens our military and our people. So it's important to take care of that. They obtained, it was about government documents, actions in Venezuela. So it's not to be looked down on. It's a necessity to keep our people safe.
Yep, exactly. Alex?
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with my damn camera.
Okay, well, that's okay. I'll get a couple of more comments in here. Martini Time said, you need to get it on the right because you're on the right side. Well, that makes sense. I get it. Kevin Kathleen Garcia said, no AI tattoos. No, it's not going to be an AI tattoo. It's going to be the real deal. Blue Flames 41 just showed up. Rose and Leaves just showed up. Hey, Rose and Leaves. Layson Steele said, I love Southern California, but hate the politics. Yeah, I know, but it's all changing. Believe me. There is so much good happening here. And I would point everyone to Kevin Kiley. He's the only congressman really worth a darn here in California, but he is holding the Democrats and the left's feet to the fire. And I'm glad to see it. Oh, let's see here. Virgo 47. Good morning, Virgo. Glad you could make it. Grow kind hair loss. Cheryl said tramp stamp. Not going to happen, Cheryl. Not a chance. Not only no, but hell no. Nice try, though. All right, let's move on. Oh, that was cracking me up. The tramp stamp. So, according to Zero Hedge, justices at the Supreme Court are asking for the definition of sex person during the Supreme Court arguments on transgender students in the girls' sports. They said, quote, we're now looking at the definition of a girl, and we're saying only people who were a girl assigned at birth qualify. Now, finally, some logical, critical thinking. My goodness. And I have, if people want to identify as different things, that's their business. I don't care what people do. As long as they're happy and nobody's getting hurt, do what you want. But when you're talking about science, X and Y chromosomes, it's men and women. That's just what it boils down to. Dave, what do you think?
Well, it's pretty cut and dry. You laid it out pretty good. Like I said, we can't have men beating up women in boxing in the Olympics. I mean, or anything
No.
like that, or smashing a volleyball into a girl's face, and I think it was Nebraska. It's insane. Like that is insane. It's just ain't fair to the girls. Plain
Yeah,
and simple.
100%. And where are all the women feminist activists putting up a stink about this? They're nowhere. I don't get it, Alex.
What I've struggled with the whole time is how women's rights have been such a big thing, and what I see in this movement is the complete erosion of that. Like, you fought so hard to bring yourself into a position, and now you're just gonna let the men slip right back. Yeah, I can't make sense of it. I can't make sense of it.
Neither can I at times. Wendy J, thank you for sharing out the live. So everybody on TikTok, if you would, share this live out to as many people as you can. It really helps the algorithm. Excuse me. We would appreciate it. Leonard Little just showed up. Good morning, Leonard. Kathleen Garcia said it's not fast enough for me. Well, I know. I believe me. Patience is a virtue in this situation. I 100% get it. Hey, Hitesh finally made it. Hit said, finally made it here. Thanks to Alex. He messaged me the link to the live on TikTok.
Weird.
Hits, I don't know what's going on with TikTok. I don't know what's happening, but I do know that when you send heart me's, it helps, and it costs a penny. But if you send a heart me on the show on TikTok, it helps the algorithm. If you say in the chat and FYF instead of FYP, it helps. If you say for context, this live is for educational purposes only, that helps. Other than that, I don't know what the heck is going on with TikTok, but the fact is we're here and we're live and we're on it. Oh, look at everybody putting FYF. John Gwynn said, I can't make sense of anything the left does. Well, and I think that's part of this whole process, you guys, is we have to wake people up. What's that old quote? You can't tell the people, you have to show them. And I think that's what we're smack dab in the middle of right now. And I think that's what's happening. Melissa Flinner said it shouldn't be allowed. If you want to play a sport, you play with your gender. 100%. That's common sense.
Same way with the bathroom. I mean, that's pretty common sense.
Same thing with what?
Bathroom.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I was listening to the Supreme Court's arguments and back and forth and the different, but I seem to recall Supreme Court Justice Kamji Brown not being able to answer that question during her confirmation scenario. But the reality is, when kids are little, wrestling, for example, you have co-ed. Okay, I know going into co-ed that there is going to be girls versus boys, boys versus girls, whatever the case may be. So I think the simple resolution to all this is you have a co-ed, and then it's accepted and understood. And if they want to get in, fine. But the forcing of it on one particular side or the other is what doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. Do co-ed. We did it. We did it with my kids' wrestling. Like I watched my boys get their ass kicked by a girl in wrestling.
Yeah.
Very humbling. Very humbling, right?
Right.
So,
well, David Morales over on YouTube, who's in the UK, said, I called the local female liberal woke office and asked to speak to the guy in charge. David, you're such a troublemaker. Earl Shannon over on YouTube said Bondi should be gone and Judge Janine should take over. Well, that may not be too far off the beaten track there. It could possibly happen. I have no idea.
But by saying that, Sam, don't they think that Trump would take care of it if there was an issue? Because he's only got 3 years left, less than 3 years now, so he's got to kick it in if there's dragging of the feet.
Well, he only has 3 years left in his current term. But when 2020 gets overturned, where are we going to go from there? It's a true constitutional crisis. Are we going to see a reset of the number of presidents and based on 1876? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea at this point. But oh boy, all I can say is buckle up because it's coming. Crystal Zeski just showed up. I'm married to Bob, just popped in. Good morning. Gary Murphy's got our back. For context, this live is for entertainment purposes only. You guys are on top of it. I love it. Melissa Flinter said you have co-ed for baseball when the kids are younger too. 100%. I mean, that's just common sense. Absolute common sense. Let's see here. Bobby. Oh, that's weird. So the chat, you guys, again, if I'm missing your comments, put them in again because the chat is moving so fast. I really, it's hard to keep up on it. Towie Bixby said, my typos are from the dogs bumping my arm in my chair while I'm typing. Exactly. Well, at least the dogs are in on the show. I love that.
Likely story.
What's that?
Likely story.
Yeah, exactly. Beverly Howard said, I think she already has taken over. Just my opinion. You could be right. I don't think we are seeing 10% of what's actually happening behind the scenes. And again, that's just my opinion. Yeah, I could be wrong. D said Judge Janine would kick butt. Yeah, she would. She'd be kicking butts and taking names. That's for sure. All right, so let's move on. According to Insider Paper, the U.S. The U.S. has frozen all visa processing for 75 countries, including but not limited to Somalia, Russia, Afghanistan, Brazil, Iran, Iraq, Egypt, Nigeria, Thailand, Yemen, and more. Dave, what do you make of it?
Well, obviously, it's maybe a possible threat, or to shake out the trees and see what we got here. That's the biggest issue. Is in my opinion, to be a threat on what's coming or what could possibly be brought back. So it's a positive. It's protecting the citizens of the United States.
Yep, 100%. Melissa Flinter, thank you for the cap. That was cool. There was Lace and Steel. Thank you for the money gun. Every time I get that money gun, I feel like I'm a stripper on some kind of pole somewhere. Alex, what do you think of this thing with the
G-rated show, sir?
Oh, that's right. Hey, I ain't taking off my clothes. Don't worry.
I've got photos I can share if you guys want to. Got me $5 and I'll share Sam Chalhoubin's.
Easy now.
But the reality is, they're doing this for a reason. There is something going on that we're probably not privy to as to why they're shutting visas down. Dave over on Next 22 last night said, estimated numbers of people in this country. He believes are probably half of what's actually here. And so they've got to get control of who's here, why they're here, what are they doing here, what affiliations do they have, are they carrying $700 million through airports? Like, you get what I'm dropping here? It has to happen. We have to understand what's going on inside of our four walls, and he's doing that.
100%. I agree. Gosh, everybody light us up with the gifts today. You are all so sweet. Thank you so much. Lace and Steel, Charlie, Martini Time, Mary Louise Brown, Melissa Flinter, You guys are awesome. Oh, let's see here.
One comment that I changed my name to AI Alex today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody's wondering if it's the real you or if it's an AI generated image of you.
Fake me.
Hey, Nut just showed up. Good morning, Nut. Tammy C54 is here. Good morning, Tammy. All right, so shoot, it is what's that, Alex?
I speak 17. How about a money gun tattoo, Sam?
Next thing I know, I'm gonna be wanting me to get a pole in my living room or something. Not gonna happen, I speak. Not gonna happen. Nice try though. Angelic Redhead is here. Good morning, Angela. Alicia, thank you for the hand hearts. How sweet. So kind of you. Did I miss the Trump train? No way. Did I? Did we have a Trump train and I didn't see it?
I mean, it could have happened.
I don't see what this
I
means.
missed it if I did.
Yeah, I don't know. Wendy said Trump train. Oh, she said Trump train tattoo. Maybe that's what she meant. Okay. I was going to say, holy cannoli, I missed the Trump train.
And Squirrel Sam. Good job.
There it is.
Oh, hey! The Trump train. There it is. Yes. I love it. The Trump train. We are on. Oh, it's Wildlife Fan sent the Trump train. Thank you, Wildlife Fan. Earl Shannon said, insurrection, military takeover any day. Well, optically, yes, I agree. I think it's already happened, personally, but that's just my opinion. And there's no way I can prove it. I'm just saying, buckle up because there's a heck of a lot going on right now. D said, you just missed the Trump train. No, I got it. I don't know what you mean there, D. I think I got it. Let's see.
Dave Murr over on Rumble is Dave Morales on YouTube. Buddy, you're
is that who it is?
Exactly who it is.
Oh, anyway. David, you're such a you little stealth fighter. You had no idea that was you over there. That's funny. Southwest Minnesota girl is here, formerly known as Sassy Minnesota Girl. Good morning, Sassy. I shouldn't be calling you that because you changed your name. See, you guys, you throw me up for a loop every time you change these names. CG, who was Kissing Bandit Lipstick, is now CG. Sassy Minnesota Girl is now Southwest Minnesota Girl. You guys are just trying to confuse me, aren't you? Oh, my gosh. What an absolute crack up. All right. So, it's sponsor time. So, as you all know, Mike Lindell is running for the governor of Minnesota. Mike has put his entire existence at risk to save America. If you need pillows or sheets or anything else that Mike offers, give him the business. He has earned it. He has continually fought for the integrity of the United States of America, and I would like to see all of us support him. Go to mypillow.com, enter the discount code SAM, and let's support Mike Lindell as much as we possibly can. Secondly, we have Neil Naturopathic, the only chemical-free, toxin-free hair care products in the world today that I'm aware of, but there may be a new product line coming on here that we're going to talk about at some point in the future. But in the meantime, neilnaturopathic.com. The discount code is SAM20. Dr. Peter Glidden. Dr. Glidden is with us every Friday. He'll be here tomorrow, as always. And he has put together a website where you can ask him just about any possible question you can think of when it comes to health and wellness. Go to my website, samshalhoub.com, click on Dr. Glidden's button. When you go to sign up as a member on his website, use the code SAM and you'll get a 30% discount. And so many of you have taken advantage of that. And I'm so grateful because there are many challenges in this world. And amongst those challenges are the physiology that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. We don't get a fraction of the foods, of the nutrients that we need in our food. And there's ways to get around that. And also, too, I've had a lot of you ask me about my supplements. Go to samshalhoub.com. There's a button that says, get your supplements here. That's where you buy the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and the Healthy Start Pack. Go there and do it today. You'll be glad that you did. And then, of course, Bestline Racing, the best engine and oil additives on the market today. Go to samshalhoub.com, click on Bestline Racing, and use the code SAM. Alex, what about some meditation talk today?
Links in my bio if you're on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, you can go to Amazon, search Alex Raymer, and you can pick up a guide to meditation, the journey, the steps of what I found to be a very successful practice for me. And I struggled for years to understand and master the concept. And then once I mastered it, I continued the journey to be able to teach it. So anything I can do to help.
Excellent. Thank you, Alex. Nutty81 said, let's go, Lindell. Absolutely. I Speak 1717 said, I have his book. Mike, I'm telling you, Mike Lindell deserves our support 100%, 150%. Okay, let's see here. Sherry said, my family gets a lot of stuff from My Pillow, towels, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, they have towels, they have sheets, they have, you name it, he's got it. Give him the business, you guys. Use the code SAM. Okay, so let's see. Eric Donahue said, U.S. launches wave of strikes in Somalia targeting ISIS, al-Shabaab terror threats. Huh. Did we see the Trump? Did the Trump train come through again? No. Somebody just said, maybe I missed it. I don't know. Franny Dragonflies here. Good morning, Franny. The neutral party said, yes, go Mike Lindell. Good guy. 100% I agree. 100%. Brian Piquel over on Facebook said, on Gutfield the other night, don't remember the guy's name, but he said that it was too bad that Waltz was dropping out of the governor's race because it would have been My Pillow versus My Tampon. Brian, holy smokes. I'm glad you didn't use any expletives because I trust you, Brian. That's why I was just read your chat there. Oh my gosh!
It took everything he had to not use expletives there.
Yeah, exactly. CG
said
yes.
They said we did miss the Trump train.
I know that's what CG just said. Well, the Trump train. I missed it. But oh well, thank you so much, CG. Or was it? Let's see. Was it CG that sent it? No, it was Lace and Steele that sent it. Thank you, Lace. You're such a sweet.
There it is.
Oh, the Trump train. I see it now. Sorry, everybody. Alex, I just blow out Alex's ears out. But that's just the way it is when it comes to the Trump train, baby. You need to suck it up, Alex. Push through. All right, here we go. Let's see. Southwest Minnesota girl said, are you seeing Trump trains in your sleep too, Sam? I guess so. John
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, John Langlois said, pillow versus tampon for the win. Exactly. Oh, Trump train again. Holy smokes, you guys are on fire today. Incredible. Oh, my gosh. All right, well, let's move on here.
News, please.
Yeah, I know.
That is news.
That is news, exactly. I'm still cracking up over Brian's post over on Facebook. That just cracks me up. All right, so the White House sends out, these hey, Mama Bear just showed up. Good morning, Mama Bear. And of course, she shows up with a bunch of squirrels in the chat. Of course you did. Bat and Ballin, thank you for the squiggly guy there. So the White House sends out email updates that I'm on a list for, as I'm sure a lot of you are. And one of the news articles they had yesterday was that for the first time in 50 years, we in the United States have experienced negative net migration in 2025. That is significant. What do you know, Alex? If you secure the borders, you don't have people coming in illegally. What a concept. Alex?
Common sense. Common sense. And again, going back to Dave's report yesterday, like I don't think we have any idea how many people over the course of the last administration poured into this country. And the left likes to throw up, well, Obama, deported 3 million. And another point to that, if someone was rejected at the border, if they came in and were turned around and sent right back, under the Obama administration, they counted that as a deportation. The deportation numbers we're seeing today are legitimate numbers, and the fact that it's a net negative, it just says that there's probably some self-deportation going on. The efforts by federal law enforcement to enforce our federal immigration laws, it's working.
Yeah, 100%. Dave?
Oh, don't you guys know we can't afford the southern wall, and there's no way we could stop people from coming in. Oh, wait a second, here we are.
Exactly.
That's what we were told in the past, and here we are.
Exactly. Brian Dellett's here. Hey, Brian. He said, "Good morning, guys. Came in late to pick up the confetti." There we go. And also, another money gun. Franny Dragonfly, you're so sweet. I completely lost my train of thought. Now we were talking about Brian Dellett. So Brian is he's going to be coming on the show, I think, next week. So everybody look for that. And he is he's an actor by trade, but he's also a Army veteran. And I think you're going to want to hear what he has to say. But I'll let you know what it is. And also, we do have Sapioplex and JF Anon have agreed they're coming on Wednesday next week. Now, the way this is going to work when we have guests now, you guys, we're going to bring the guest on later, other than, of course, Dr. Glidden. They're going to come on around 9:45. And then the Trump train from Charlie. We're on a tear this morning. All right, so John Gwynn said, trades are rolling today. Amen, they are. Trump train all the way, baby. Anyway, so when we bring on guests, they're going to be coming on about 9:45. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go as long as we want to go. Now, that could be 20 minutes, it could be 2 hours. So just so you're prepared, the shows are going to be getting longer. Hope you can stay with us, but if you can't, we'll understand. But we'll be starting the guests about 9:45 and then going as long as we choose to. Just a quick update there. Mama Bear with a bunch of squirrels in the chat. What's that, Alex?
Pearly Grace said, who saw the videos of what they stole in Minnesota yesterday when they took over a police vehicle and emptied the weapons cache out of the back? I did see that. And what I found interesting about that video was where they did capture the face of one of those people. I'm not real positive, but I'm pretty sure those were like Tren de Agua tattoos on his face and neck. Like,
Exactly. Richard Percentage.
More support for the Insurrection Act. Just saying.
Exactly. Richard Pacente's here over on YouTube. Hey, Richard. Hitesh over on TikTok said Brian Dellett was in my all-time favorite movie, The Shawshank Redemption. Yes, he was. He's been in a lot of entertainment projects. That's just one of them. Dave, what do you think about that?
And if you go to his TikTok, the dude can dance.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Dave, what do you think?
On which subject was that? We hit a few there, didn't we?
I don't know. Yeah, let's move on. So Benji, I'm so off the rails today. It's not even funny. Benji 1959, Big Ben said, "I want to see the Bitcoin train take off." Well, it's coming, Ben. Believe me, it's coming. GG20 said, "Good news." Absolutely, it is. Hey, Rock Hog 64's here. Haven't seen you in a while, Rock Hog. Glad you're here. Mama Bear said, "Well, I can't wait until you all fall back with the time change so I can stay longer." Well, you are missed, Mama Bear, but we're glad that you pop in when you can. All right, let's see here. Wendy J said, "Sam's derailed." Isn't that the truth? I am just completely off the rails today. Rockhawk said, "I've been busy with work." Well, we're just glad you're here today. The Dragon Crowd from Freddy Dragonfly. Wow, that was so cool. All right, moving on. So there's been a lot of talk about Greenland. We've talked a lot about it on this show because it's important. Well, the Danish foreign minister, and it's Denmark that controls Greenland, the Danish foreign minister yesterday said they want to, quote, find a common way forward. Now, if that doesn't sound like capitulation, I don't know what does. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, they talked. I think there was a few of them at the White House yesterday, and they met with either Rubio or Vice President on that. And I think they were high-fiving and stuff and slapping each other outside the White House yesterday. So they looked like they were in pretty good mood, for sure.
Exactly. John Langloy, thank you for all the gifts. Hey, Doug Rice 59's here. Hey, Doug. Angelic Redhead said Colorado protesters will be next to go bonkers. Well, there's going to be a whole lot of people going bonkers. Alex, what do you make about this Danish foreign minister?
Danish Foreign Minister Lars Ulrik Rasmussen and Greenland's Foreign Minister Vivian Motzfeldt were at the White House yesterday and met with Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary Marco Rubio. The meeting lasted about an hour, was described as frank but constructive by Rasmussen, through a fundamental disagreement, though a fundamental disagreement still persists. Trump insists that we need it for national security. So anything less than U.S. control is unacceptable, according to Trump. Denmark and Greenland reject any infringement on sovereignty or self-determination. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. They're making this big deal out of it, but we've had a military presence there for a long time. And if you look at the military presence there and the reason for it being there, trade routes, air traffic, all of the things back and forth across the pond. You get rid of the boogeyman. Why do we have NATO? Well, NATO is the one throwing a fit about Greenland. So none of it makes sense. It just doesn't, the narrative doesn't make sense from the NATO side of things. So one spoke at a time. We're dismantling the cart of the deep state.
Exactly. Hey, Godly Man's here. Hey, Godly Man. Glad you made it. CG sent a naughty chicken. Now, I missed that. I don't know what a naughty chicken is, but do I really want to know at this point?
Yeah, dances on your head.
Oh, okay, good. Whew. I thought we were going back to the whole money gun thing again. Right. Let's see. Benji 1959 said, because NATO is dissolved. Well, I think there's a lot of truth to there. I think NATO, I think, what's the other one? The UN. I think they're both, if they're not gone yet, they're going to be soon, in my opinion.
Well, if everybody's getting along, what the hell do we need to protect against?
Yeah.
What's the
Q17 said, when does the narrative from the left ever make sense? Very good point. Franny Dragonfly said, my hubby is driving through Oklahoma and Arkansas right now, and he said there is a big police. They're all over. Holy smokes, I wonder what's going on over there. I haven't heard anything about that yet. Huh.
Where he's in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Well, listen, Oklahoma's just to the south of me. I'm in Kansas.
And Arkansas.
I'm just going to tell you right now, slow down through Oklahoma, because they'll get you with an airplane, a motorcycle. They had major source of revenue there. So either have a damn good radar detector or just keep it on the nose. So.
Yeah, exactly. Horse Lover said, ha, 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 Sam, your mind's in the gutter. It is not. I'm
choked up.
I can't even speak. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. That's just cracking me up. Okay, Cognitive Dissonance is here. Hey, Cognitive. Bobby is here. They said Julie Green just gave us a prophecy that Greenland will be ours. I don't know who Julie Green is. I don't know. Tracy just followed. Just what became one of our followers. Welcome in, Tracy. Glad you can make it. That was just cracking me up. I got to catch my breath after that one. Richard Earl Shannon over on YouTube said, hey, guys, I suggest we all stay in prayer for our president and country. 100%. And I think that's a given, at least here on this show. It's a given. Absolutely. Let's see. Victoria Hoffman just sent a smart bean. Thank you, Victoria. Well, look who it is. Chris Romano's here. Chris Romano said we had a big convoy of wood chippers the other day. Maybe they're taking care of them like that. I like where your head's at, Chris. Absolutely. Dobermom said, I love Julie Green. I don't know who the heck Julie Green is. I don't know.
She's some prophet, I believe, that tell the future on a lot of stuff, I believe, is what she is.
Okay, yeah, I don't know much about her. Alicia, thank you for the money gun. Okay, I'm not going to even say anything this time. All right, so according to Zero Hedge yesterday, well, multiple sources, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, they all had major outages. And I have T-Mobile, and I got a message from T-Mobile saying, hey, our network is fine. It's Verizon that's having all the problems, and that's why if you can't reach somebody, it's a Verizon issue, not us. Now, there's a lot of people that have messaged me in the last 24 hours. Do you think this is the beginning of the EBS? Is this what's happening? Are they doing a test run for the shutdown? I have no idea. All I know is that when a significant outage like that takes place, there's probably a reason for it. What do you think, Alex?
Um, Again, it can be something nefarious. Having been in the IT world for as long as I have, on a Cisco Nexus 7000 router that handles literally millions of routes. And a route is when you type in an address and it knows where to go to display the information or to access the servers or whatever the case may be. One bad mistake by somebody updating DNS, the dynamic name service, if they delete routes, it's not hard to break the internet. It's just not. So, is it nefarious? Um, Possibly. Is it somebody who did not do their due diligence and they got in and cowboyed something and broke it? That's highly probable as well. Um, Something to highlight, Sam, going back to the last conversation. The military, U.S. military, someone had said something about military takeover. The number of exercises that are scheduled for 2026, I won't go into it too long, but anybody can go over to AI and just type in what military exercises are planned for the U.S. Um, it's pretty incredible, the number of things that I'm seeing and the dates and the times around when these things are supposed to happen. January, February, March. January, February, March. What have we been talking about? Things heating up. And we know in the past when there's been exercises happening that it gets a little hot out there. So keep your head on a swivel.
Exactly. Dave, any comment?
Well, obviously, something like Iran, where Iran can shut it down. But if the federal government needs to shut it down for their protection, obviously they're going to do that all day long.
Right. Well, and it's not just happening here, guys. David Morales over in the UK said that the UK political parties are shattering and jumping over to Reform UK Party, headed by Nigel Farage, a good friend of President Trump, exposing monkey Starmer and the monarchy soon. 100% I agree. I think the monarchy has already been dealt with. We just haven't seen the optical rollout of it yet. Well, we have it in some instances, but the full blown, here it is type of thing, we haven't seen it yet. Hey, B Ravens 2025 just showed up. Hey, B Ravens, or at least I just saw you here. I'm glad you're here. You Slay Me Boomer says it is training for what is about to come. Well, again, I am not a fearmongerer. I am not afraid. I am not concerned. But I always caution people, make sure your head's on a swivel because we just don't know what pockets of nefarious people still exist and could be throwing some sort of a monkey wrench in the deal. So I guess I get it. Mark Madsen said, I need to go back to a flip phone or a Blackberry. Exactly. I don't even think they make Blackberries anymore, do they?
No.
I didn't think so.
No. I did like them. But we've moved on since then.
I have a Palm Pilot that still powers on.
Dude, that was when that came out, not the Palm Pilot, but the one that was it HP? They had the mini computer in your hand. That thing was way ahead of its time. I don't remember what it was called now, Companion or something. But I loved that thing. It was a nice LCD screen. Well, nice back then, but I'm dating myself again. Dobermom 79 said, my service just came back on 2 hours ago. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Pure Blood Holly John says, I still have a Motorola flip phone. Get out of here. You do not. Maybe it's the new Motorola, the one with the screen and all. I don't know. You're cracking me up. John Gwynn said, I have a Palm Pilot, but I'm single. Exactly. Native San Diego said the Sidekick. No, it wasn't the Sidekick. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was made by HP, I'm pretty sure. But I don't remember what it was called now. Oh, well. Victoria Hoffman says, I still have a landline also. Oh, my gosh, you guys. You're cracking me up. All right. Well, let's move on. So Beijing told the Chinese firms to stop using U.S. and Israel cybersecurity software. Is that an indication of something coming down the road? Dave, what do you think?
Well, I guess it's in the same scheme of things. If they're worried about us spying on them, I'd imagine we're trying to. We'll see. It's interesting. Alex would be more tuned to that for sure.
Alex, what do you think?
There are backdoors in everything. That's all I'm going to say about it. There are backdoors in everything. And it depends on who is sitting at the helm as to how it's used. There's backdoors in your electronics. There's backdoors in your software. There's backdoors in your appliances. There's backdoors everywhere. Facts, not fiction, not tinfoil hat. It's facts. So do we move forward, understanding that whoever is in control of those back doors is what is most important, and we know currently who's in control, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think, oh, Roadkill 80 over on YouTube said Trump needs to put people in prison for a long time to stop this craziness. Well, it's coming. Absolutely, it's coming. And in terms of your back doors, Alex, I had a technology company from 1997 to 2001 during the dot-com boom. Back then, it was around 2005, 2010 is when they passed all the legislation for the back doors in the electronic devices. But people didn't get their arms in or their panties in a bunch until about 4 years ago when it came out in FOIA. But it happened years ago. So you're absolutely right, Alex.
Yeah.
It's way past what it happened a long time ago. Is all I can say.
well,
So,
something
go ahead.
something futuristic and interesting for everyone to understand. Your Wi-Fi router in your house. If everybody remembers the Batman movie where Morgan Freeman takes him down into the new technology, and you see this holographic of locations and people and all those things. They can literally turn your Wi-Fi router into a sonar and locate who and what and where inside of your home. Like, not making it up.
Now, when Sapioplex and JF and on come on the show next week, it is going to completely take people out of their comfort zone. They are so far out of the box, and we're going to talk specifically about the surveillance state. At least I hope we will. But you guys are going to have
Yep.
a different perspective, and you got to make sure you have an open mind because these guys are brilliant, but they also don't think like most people. What was that, Dave?
I was going to tell Alex this, and that's why this is my old router. It's coming apart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for everybody who doesn't know, Dave was breaking up the other day, and he got on the phone with Alex, and next thing you know, he's crystal clear and 5x5.
Cleaned and all ready to go. I wanted
Thanks
to tell
to
you guys
Alex.
before. I said it before. I was on a flight with my son. He goes, "I wonder how fast we're going when you take off on an airplane." I said, "Well, here I got a speedometer on my phone. Let's track as well. 160, 180, whatever it was when we took off." I go, "Ah, that's pretty cool." And I shut my phone off. Put my phone off, and we're flying. And I look at it when we're in the air over Georgia, coming back from Florida. I go, "We're still being tracked. I don't have no cellular. I don't have any internet. How is it still tracking that blue dot across Georgia?" So it doesn't even need to be hooked up to anything per what they say.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So moving on. President Trump early this morning, and I caught it right before I got the dispatch out, so I was able to put it in. He said, if the corrupt politicians of Minnesota don't obey the law and stop the professional agitators and insurrectionists from attacking the patriots of ICE, who are only trying to do their job, I will institute the Insurrection Act, which many presidents have done before me, and quickly put an end to the travesty that is taking place in that once great state. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President DJT. You guys, we've got the National Guard in every state. We have the Supreme Court saying you can't use the National Guard, you have to use regular forces. They defined regular forces as the military. Are we there? What do you think? Dave, is it happening?
Well, it only leaves them one more card to play, and obviously, maybe that was a setup to do this. Maybe that's why the Supreme Court said this about the National Guard. Maybe that's what it takes, the Insurrection Act, to push it through.
Yeah, it could very well be. Alex, what do you think?
All of this media flaw BS about insurrection, it's just because the orange man is bad. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, Abraham Lincoln, Ulysses S. Grant, Rutherford Hayes, Grover Cleveland, Dwight Eisenhower, JFK, Lyndon B. Johnson, George H.W. Bush have all used it when they needed to. As much as the left would like for us to believe that this is, I was watching Tim Walt's speech last night. Why they keep airing that person, I don't understand. But the rhetoric from them, I genuinely believe they are trying desperately to incite these riots so that they can claim whatever madness they want to claim. But the reality is, ICE is a federal law enforcement branch, border patrol, whatever, all these acronyms and what they're calling them. But these men and women in uniform have the powers to arrest. And the fact that the police in these cities and these governors and mayors are telling the police to stand down, the police, I mean, these guys are just trying to do a job, right? And when you start threatening pensions and their retirements and all these things because they're not following what they're being told from the police department, it's insane. We're watching absolute insanity. Excuse me, insanity play out. The message from Tim Waltz, the Minnesota mom that was attacked by ICE. Yo, like, she receipts, follow the receipts. Paid agitator, 5 hours away from her home.
Let's talk a little bit about the Constitution. 18 U.S. Code 2, aiding and abetting, makes it illegal to aid, encourage, or assist in the commission of a federal crime. 18 U.S. Code 373, solicitation to commit a crime of violence, makes it illegal to urge or encourage others to commit certain federal crimes. 18 U.S. Code 371, conspiracy, makes it illegal to agree with others to commit a federal offense, even if the plan fails. And 18 U.S. Code 371, conspiracy. Oh, I already read that. Sorry, but yeah, those three major things: 18 U.S. Code 2, 18 U.S. Code 373, and 18 U.S. Code 371. They are breaking the law if they do it. Period. End of story. Full stop.
Well, go back to the story that I shared. I think it was last week, about the executive order, about giving them 8 months to comply, about the time frame between the 8 months, and if you don't, this is what's going to happen. We talk about a plan, we talk about a show, we talk about a script. It is verbatim. Like, I get my hair stands up on my arms thinking about reading what that guy was so good at articulating and putting together the timeline. This is what happens. I know we can't use the 4 letters, but if you mess around, it's happening, and I think it's the Trump's position to stay 2 to 3 steps ahead of whatever they're going to do. You mentioned the National Guard. They have a quick reaction force within the National Guard for every single state now. Like, these people have been trained, quick reaction force, to be at the spot and take care of it like that. So, I mean, if you want to play dumb games, you're going to win dumb prizes.
So there's a lot of people in chat saying he should do the Insurrection Act. Other people are saying he already did. My position on this is that he did back in 2021. It hasn't been rolled out optically, but we're going to see a replay of it for the majority of the population. I think it's already happened, but if it hasn't and it happens now, so much the better, because
Right.
it has to be done. We have to get rid of, and let's not forget, you guys, when they put the fence around the Capitol back in 2021, that fence was locked from the inside, meaning they were keeping people inside. And let's not forget the bus after bus after bus that came in, and people were being escorted out of Congress. I think a lot of this has already happened, but the replay of it, the optical presentation, is what we're seeing now. Now, I'm
Yep.
not saying this to make people worried or anxious or anything else. I'm just saying that I believe the Patriots are in full control. But that's not to say that there couldn't be some crazy bastions of pockets of nefarious people. So that's why I say keep your head on a swivel. But I think we're well on our way to it all being
Yep.
exposed.
President Trump has stepping stones he has to carry through to work it out. So, I mean, you're telling me he doesn't have this planned out. So if he does get a loss in the Supreme Court, well, that's because he has to do it that way to go another direction. And the Insurrection Act is probably the case.
Yeah,
Well, and
exactly.
speaking of Supreme Court, we haven't talked about the decision that happened yesterday with whatever it was versus Bolt. Effectively, what the Supreme Court did yesterday is said 1 day voting. one-day voting. And if you go back to the research that Captain Seth Keshel did on the voter registration rolls, there's 800,000 in the state of Oregon that shouldn't be there, are dead, not cleaned up, live in other states. I mean, if you look at it state by state, what happens when we go to one-day voting, when we take care of the mail-in ballot problem, when we take care of the voter registration rolls? Very important for all of us to participate in the next couple rounds of exercising your constitutional, I think, responsibility to get out and check the boxes, folks. It's gonna be important.
Jan Lovin being grandma said, this context is for entertainment purposes only. Jan's got our back. I love it. Hey, Lee Daniels here over on Facebook. And Lee said that 18 USC 242, deprivation of rights under the color of law. You know, again, Lee, I would love to have you back on the show whenever you have time, but she's a wealth of information on a lot of different things. And I think she's right on target with that. Okay, everybody. Well, before we get, where are we at here? Holy smokes, 162,000 likes. You guys are awesome. You never cease to surprise me. Holy cannoli. But before we get to the dancing, I want to make some honorable mentions. Layson Steele, wildlife fan, Alicia, Charlie, hold on one second, Alex. Franny Dragonfly, Johnny B, Victoria Hoffman, Batten Ballin, Wendy J, Martini Time, Mary Lise Brown, Melissa Flinner, Towie Bixby, John Gwynn, Beverly Howard, Dog Lover, Joe Lynn, Kingsgirl 1974, Mark Matson, Kathleen Garcia, and the list goes on. Thank you all for the gifts. It is so appreciated. All right, so let me go ahead and turn off YouTube and what's that?
I got it.
Oh, you can do it on that end?
Say your goodbyes to everybody.
So, but YouTube and Facebook. Okay, everybody over on YouTube and Facebook, we're going to be signing off now. We cannot play the YMCA song over there. Thank you for being here. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., and Dr. Glidden will be joining us as well tomorrow. So hope you can make it. Have a great day, everybody.
You got a Trump train stuck in your throat, Sam?